Hey YouTube, coming at you with the. It's already a legend pose, but it's a legend run from Vaporeon LCE. What did you say your name was in here? Oh, Vaporeon Nice. I guess it's Vaporeon Nice, even though the N and Ice is connected. Or Vaporeon Ice. Anyways, 3,031.50 EL range, but they said I use this triple water team to climb from 2,600 to 3,117. It runs like an ABA line where Poliwrath stays in against the electric type that threatens Mantine or the grass type that threatens Quagsire, so those Pokemon can sweep in the back. If Jellicent, Mantine, or Pelipper switch into Poliwrath, I typically throw an Icy Wind before switching to Mantine to ensure I win switch. So there we go. That's the strategy. That's how they said they were going to play it. Let's see it's in action. So Poliwrath against Ferrothorn. This is obviously a good lead because counters are going to add up faster than the power ups are going to get to you. So they get out into Gliscopod. That is half bug, so easy flyer onto it here. At best, it's Aerial Ace. I mean, said at worst, it's Aerial Ace. At best, it's okay. So it's an Aerial Ace. Otherwise, it's like resisted X Scissor and Liquidation, which that would be really tough. So get off the Aerial Ace. Not quite enough to take it out. They'll get another Aerial Ace. That's okay. I assume the Ferrothorn will come back in. And my guess is that they will just take all these moves and ensure they come out with 2 Power Whips. One to take you out, and then one to throw at the Poliwrath. So if I were them, that's what I would do. If I were them, I would not shield anything, and I would come out with 2 Power Whips, and I'd take you out with one. I'd grab a shield with Poliwrath, and then just sweep with whatever's in the back. Or try to anyways. So here comes a Power Whip. There's one. Here comes Poliwrath. Here comes a Power Whip. There's a shield, and I would expect an instant swap. That's kind of the only way you can play this. And what is in the back? A Mantine. And a Mantine is going to be tough for Quagsire. Going to get the Icy Wind off to lower the attack. They let it go. And now, attack lowered. Is this a bait game, or is this straight Stone Edge? The Water Pulse lands. We are baiting here. So here we go. Going for the bait with the Mud Bomb and land the shield. At this point, I don't think you need to bait a second one. I think you just need to worry about a catch is the only thing that I would worry about in this scenario. So they're probably going to shield and then try and catch here. Be aware of the switch timer. Be aware of a potential snipe as well. Yep, there it is. I was supposed to say, everyone knew it was coming. By everyone, I mean the 3 of us in this game. I still don't think that's an instant quit from them, because I think they can get to like 2 Aerial Aces. But I guess you would win CMP. I don't know why they... Okay, anyways. So you said if they switch into Jellicent, you Icy Wind to ensure you win switch. So that is exactly what you did. Icy Wind lowers the attack. They do already have the Shadow Ball, though. But Mantine is pretty tanky with good IVs there, so can tank that Shadow Ball, especially with the lowered attack. And now you're just going to outpace this thing. They'll get to another Shadow Ball, not enough to take out, and you'll get to the Aerial Ace before they get to probably a Surf here. Again, not great fast move timing, but if you're going to take them out, it's a little easier to ignore unless they get to move now here. I mean, you can just shield, and or you could just come in with one of the other 2 and take shield advantage. That's what you're going to do. You're going to come in with a Poliwrath, take the shield advantage, maybe reading. So it is a Mantine in the back. This is okay. This is neutral trip. I missed what was on the lead when I was talking. Coming in with the Quagsire, Magnezone, so that's just going to get walled, and then you'll have a shield advantage and Stone Edge for the rest. Poliwrath versus Registeel, obviously a great lead, so they will get out into Gliscopod. Wow, Gliscopod, what a great pick. Again, I can't even take credit for it, because I took it from... I saw someone else, I'm like, oh, that is a good pick, and then there's only like 12 Pokemon that are meta. I also want to just say... to the comment of why are content creators taking each other teams? This is the 3rd time I've seen the double steal team. It's Fossil Cup. There's 12 Pokemon. There's like only like 5 different teams you can make. So of course everyone's just copying each other. Not copying each other. We're creating our own teams, sort of. It's just we're putting out teams that are just very obvious to put together. So that's why you're seeing a lot of the same YouTubers putting out the same team, because there's 12 usable Pokemon in this cup. And with 12 usable Pokemon, there's only so many ways that you can build a team together. So instant swapped, knowing that you have the Quagsire anyways for the Registeel. So not even worried about what you pull out in the back here, knowing that you can just kind of chip it and then Quagsire can take. This will take you out, but I think that's okay. You just let it go, come get Stone Edge. Don't worry about the move. Just go straight Stone Edge. Let any move go. Don't worry about a catch, but Switch Clock probably still locked on them. So Stone Edge should take them out. And now Shield Advantage Reggie versus Reggie with the Mud Bomb, which you must run if you're running Quagsire in this meta. So not enough to take out, but okay, there we go. Shield Advantage, yep. Okay, another good lead. This time into the Poliwrath. And we have a nice answer here with Mantine. I want to see like a Lantern lead, or I want to see a Ludicolo lead, where you just have to like, I want to see you stay in and have to eat it and then see how you potentially get out of it or don't get out of it. Okay, so I'm surprised you have Ice Beam. Okay, the only thing, who am I to say anything to someone who ran like 450 ELO and is now a legend? I'm really surprised running Ice Beam for this exact reason. Steals, rock, and water. What's the point of Ice Beam? There is no point. Run Water Pulse. For those watching at home, run Water Pulse so you actually can throw something at these steals. Registeel, Ace Hand Slash, as opposed to just throwing resisted Aerial Aces. So yeah, run Water Pulse would be my suggestion. So we are going to throw resisted Aerial Aces, and then giving up Switch, knowing that you have two answers for the Reggie, going to shield the Focus Blast because it would really hurt. They're not getting out, so one Mud Bomb won't take them out from this range. They may get to another Focus Blast before you get to the next one. They do shield. You're going to shield right back. Again, I don't think this takes out, but I don't think a Focus Blast takes you out either. So get the Mud Bomb off. I don't think it'll take out. Like I said, even if they get a Focus Blast off here, which will be close, they do get a Focus Blast off. I don't think it takes out, but it's going to hurt. Oh, that's a way less than expected. And a Bronzong in the back. Bronzong. So bad for them with the Quagsire, but Poliwrath, oof, confusion. What other move, what charge move does it have? Going to trying to like fast move it down. It does have Psy Shock, so it can just confusion down. Trying to get to the Mantine to get to the Aerial Ace. Okay, it's already had another move. Could you not have Mantine, maybe not one CMP. Now you're gonna go down there. Now you're gonna go down here. Okay. Bronzong with the sweep. I'm trying to figure out the playthrough of this Bronzong. Again, hindsight is it's easier way to look back and just be like, oh, you should have done this different. So you have a Bronzong. So good fast move timing. Good to grab a shield here, but they've already had two confusions. So immediately you need to make a decision. How many shields are there? Okay, they're down to the last one. You need to make a decision here. You either go, what do? One and throw and then instant swap? One throw to chip and then instant swap? If you do that, then I can't say much because that's probably what I would do. I would not throw, okay. You can't give up that confusion. This is essentially where you got to bail. You're not going to make another moves. Confusions are too hard hitting. So one and throw to minimize it. And then you got to go Poliwrath right away. Because once you get this confusion, you're just giving them too much energy. And that energy ends up costing you this matchup. So that's the only thing I would say is don't. you didn't quite let your Pokemon get all the way farmed down, but letting that extra confusion go through just gave them the thing here. And I think Bronzong would win CMP against Mantine, but I'm not positive. Okay, good lead. They are staying in, which, I mean, they can get a power whip off. Like, it's not a terrible matchup to stay in if you want to just grab a shield and then go down and then come in something with like a lantern or something. I wouldn't come lantern right away, but okay. So they did grab a shield from you, coming in with the lantern. You obviously have a great matchup here. See how much you farm, because you could take another surf if you want, but don't want the extra damage just to put you in farm down range. You're going to make them throw the power whip. Because again, these are neutral mud bombs, right? Because they are half steel, so they can't get too like greedy here with the farm down, or else you're gonna get to another move. And okay, they're getting greedy here, and now you get to another move, so now they have to shield. You can't do that. Like, and then you snipe. So they already gave up one shield they didn't have to, and now they just gave up a second shield that they probably shouldn't have had to. I mean, you would have had to give up this one shield anyways, but like, not if you play that properly. And it is a Poliwrath in the back. You're already at a shield energy advantage, and you can just dynamic punch here. Yeah, they messed that up. You can't get that greedy there. Okay, Poliwrath against, there it is. I'm guessing it's a Razor Leafer. And you essentially said you have to stay. So Icy Wind is neutral, Dynamic Punch is neutral. Going for that Dynamic Punch. They shield, and then we'll get the farm down. Now let's see what happens when the Mantine comes. Yeah, okay. Give up switch, but it's, yeah, that this sorry, I keep doing that because my friggin', anyways. When you're in an ABA style team like this, especially in the limited meta, where it's very obvious that you're probably running an ABA team, but if you're running an ABA team like this and you have a Razor Leafer against a water Pokemon, and that water Pokemon does not leave, it's very, not fairly obvious, I was going to say, it's very, very obvious you have a second water Pokemon in the back that cannot deal with this. So this instant swap to Reggie is 1,000,000% how you play this out correctly as the opponent. You Razor Leaf this down, they're going to have a flyer to come in and beat you, and you instant swap, knowing that they're definitely weak to Razor Leafer in the back. The second one, I don't even care if you do, I don't even care getting punished by Quagsire here, because I want to pull this out. I want to pull this Quagsire out. I'll throw a Focus Blast here or whatever, and I'm going to take it out, whatever. Sacrifice Reggie. That's fine. Come in and eventually Razor Leaf you down. And then I probably have some sort of like lantern in the back to deal with Mantine, probably. Or another steel, maybe. A Sand Slash, maybe this is like ABB trying to draw out a fighter. So do get the Stone Edge. Surprised they let that go, honestly. Going to snipe with the, so there's your ABB. Yeah, okay. The thing is, if this has Thunder Punch, they can let that go. They can Thunder Punch you down. And then, not quite. You'll get to a move. They'll have to shield. They may be at a Power Punch, or a Resisted Thunder Punch should take you out. They think they need like one more to Thunder Punch here, so it's going to be close. CMP. Yeah, you just lost CMP. Probably a Thunder Punch. Enough Resisted move. Oh, Power Punch, not enough. Okay. I'm trying to think if, because they let that Stone Edge go. And the reason they let that Stone Edge go was because you can't really leave Lucario with 0 shields. If you leave Lucario with 0 shields, you're just asking to like get killed. But you've already seen the Mantine. Yeah, you're kind of in a weird spot because you've already seen the Mantine and now you see a Quagsire. So if you shield up, honestly, I still think they play that wrong. What I would do with that, if I were them, I would steal up the Stone Edge. I would try to like farm you as much as I could with the Razor Leafs, so I come out with like a move, and then throw like the Liquidation or like a Leaf Grass move on the Mantine that comes in, and then I would try and do Thunder Punches with Lucario. That's essentially how I would try to play it, as opposed to just like letting the Ludicolo go down there. Okay, we saw this. Okay, Mantine lead. You said with this lead, going into the mirror match. So, I guess this is the first. Let me just think about this, because this is the first one that you've. I understand you said if you see an answer to the ones in the back, you stay. So if you see the grass or you see a lantern, you stay so that they don't see the other two that get beat harder by them. Understood that logic. With an instant swap to Mantine, what was on the lead? Their Mantine was on the lead, right? Is that what just happened? Their Mantine was on the lead. I guess it is a little bit of a roll of a dice with, again, you don't really have a safe swap here, right? You're coming in with a Pokemon double weak to electric, or you're coming with a Pokemon double weak to grass, and you're hoping for the best here. And so I understand like this is such a terrible matchup for Poliwrath that you probably need to leave. And I guess Mantine's the best, but man, if you get hit with a Lantern, because there's only like 13 Pokemon and Lantern is definitely one of them, you would be in trouble. But you correctly guessed that they do not have a Lantern. Can you guess with the Mantine on the lead that they don't have a Lantern? Not necessarily. I think that was just kind of luck of the draw that they don't have a Lantern. So this just makes it decent. This thing does have access to Thunder. So Thunder would one-shot from here. Power Whip will not. The Thunder does take you out, and that's fine. You let it go. This Power Whip, now you need to shield, but you're just going to go for the farm down and probably come out with an Icy Wind, maybe in a half here. Maybe just a third. Icy Wind in a third. Get the Icy Wind off to lower the attack, and then you're going to go straight Quagsire to not take any more super effective wing attacks. Here we are, and we have a mirror match in the back. So, not great. Is that a Mud Bomb or is that just an Aqua Tail? It is a Mud Bomb because who would be stupid enough to run Aqua Tail in this meta? I'm guessing Legends would not be. So, now we have a mirror match and even shields. So, they can basically just try to chop you down to the even level so that they can just sweep in the back with their Mantine. So you do get to move here, and this will take out, but they could also just like let this go and just start coming in farm on you, and you will not let them farm. You're gonna try to come in. We're gonna see the shield to save some health here, or you just know that's it's a defeat. I'm surprised you didn't shield to save some health, knowing that you were gonna Icy Wind them, because now you're basically you're screwed anyways. But now you're just wing attack range. Yeah. Kind of tough on the alignment there. Okay, here we go again. And here we go with the Mantine again. And this time, they decide to throw a move first. Again, not having Lantern. So get an Aerial Ace off, and they are staying. So we are in, again, not a great scenario. But if our Poliwrath and Quagsire does not need to see this Mantine, it's a better scenario than what we just saw. So we'll take this stain in here. And they finally get out into Lucario. So Mantine Lucario means it's definitely some sort of double steel team. Weak to fighting, draw out a fighter, and then punish it with Mantine is essentially it. So if you come Poliwrath, which is fine, you'll take this out. Now the good news is Mantine's low, like a lot lower now. That is probably is an Icy Wind range and counter range. Not quite. This won't take out, but it'll put it in the red probably. So if you want, you can just kind of like just stay in here. But we're going to go with the even, not taking super effective wing attacks, and met with Gastrodon, which is not a great Pokemon. It's a great Pokemon if you're seeing like 50 steals and you just need something to slap it down. But in a meta dominated by water, just having something with ground is not super amazing. Do you get this off? This will take it out. And they're going to go one shield, but their Mantine's too low though. It's basically just counter range. You can shield. I was about to say, you can probably just counter down. I don't know if you want to Icy Wind just to try to lower their attack, but it's just counter down range. So I probably would not throw. Yeah, I wouldn't throw. I would double shield and just counter down. Yeah, the Mantine needs to be aware of how low it is. Again, I've mentioned that multiple times on this channel before. Like with Pokemon that are that low, you put yourself down in farm down range, even in like resisted matchups. So just be aware of that. Good lead. Okay, you've said before you want to Icy Wind and then get to the Mantine. So getting this Icy Wind, maybe. I don't know. Game's deciding if it wants to get off here. And it's decided it wanted to help you significantly. So you get the Icy Wind off, make the switch, and get 4 wing attacks through, which is enough to win this game already, because you very easy keep switch when you put yourself in that situation. So they're probably wondering, like, how are you throwing so many air laces? Well, because we got like 4 free moves there. Eventually, just bank the energy and get into Lantern. Not a bad idea. Going for the aggressive farm down, and we'll get it. You'll now get your Quagsire on it, so it's locked on there, but it'll get a couple surfs off. So it'll chip, and it's got a bunch of energy on on the Jellicent. I don't think enough being down shield for it to matter, but I don't hate that sort of farming and just getting out into this matchup here. Again, couple surfs. Again, unfortunately, it's not a Shadow Quagsire, so these surfs are not going to do enough. And a nice catch on the Ferrothorn. You know, your opponent, despite having crap go against them, is doing their best to try and jump around here. Unfortunately, it's all for naught because their hard counters left, right, and center here, but I appreciate the effort your opponent is putting in here. Shielding up the move, knowing that they're going to get one back. Jellicent is still loaded. You can farm down, though. Jellicent will come in here. They're down shields, though, so this is a... Oh, sacrificing the Lantern. Have a move on the Lantern. Just to serve. I was about to say, I didn't think they had a Thunderbolt, and now you can just counter down, and yeah. Good attempt, opponent. Good attempt. Anyways. Congratulations on the legend. Will I steal this team? I don't know if I'll steal this team, because I'm shooting this on Monday for a showcase on Thursday. So I may try it out. The problem is everyone knows I don't have a good Mantine IV. And do I have a Mud Bomb Stone Edge? Yeah, I do have a Mud Bomb Stone Edge Quagsire, so that's not an issue. It's just the IVs on Mantine is not good. Is my main issue. We'll see. I'm really liking Glycopod. I got to put Glycopod back in, so I'm running with that right now. So we'll see how long I can take it. Anyways, that is it. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.